some action straight away there, and we were talking about Buriram and them landing up the top, right, Xenox? Well, guess what? It's an interesting drop spot. It's not a usual one, and as a result, Jack Cute has been taken down already. I guess maybe he was trying to snake some loot in like the top of the wall, like where you can see that gravity cannon just on the top of the screen, right there. So Free Agents have said, nah, that's ours. That is within the loot POI. You guys do not take that away from us. If you want to sit in this spot, you can, but we're going to make you pay for it. And as you can see, it's now just down to Lalabang.
It's about to go from bad to worse here for Buriram United. They went out early in the last match. Yeah, as you said, you lose Jack Q early on. Then Gaps is now down. It's only Lalabang that is left alive. Does have a car, only 10 bullets, which is over to the light. Ammo, though, fortunately can do so. Has the thermite, throws it out. He's doing an okay job to at least maybe try and salvage this one. Has so much work to do. Does get Lahim. Can he get a second one? Bigsy cracked. Oh, it doesn't matter. Bigsy holds on. Free Agent survive. He can get the double revive as well. Not a bad effort from Lalabang, but for Buriram United, that is the worst possible scenario for them in this match, Genome. They will definitely have now themselves to blame with the way things have gone on Stormpoint. From the last match to this match, they've got one more game to go here in this lobby.
A risky landing there, putting themselves in that rough position, the 2v3 to start with. And then they almost bring it back. I mean, that was almost a classic Lalabang mastiff clutch there. The weapon, I think he's most well known for. And it makes me wonder what's going to happen in Game 6 now. You know, are they going to change things up? Are they going to go back to, you know, maybe trying to contest Golden Sage? Or are they just going to have to deal with even less loot for the three of them and landing in a tighter knit formation up there towards the IMC? Either way, it's definitely changed how Free Agents have played this one, because they're now going to, you know, be making use of that IMC armory instead. It'll be interesting. I don't know. Anta in they're in the area, and they would have seen the tag up in the kill feed that Buriram has been taken out. So, you know, maybe they know that there's opportunity for them to pounce on that. But anyway, that's you know, a couple of other teams on the outskirts looking to go towards each other. Dreamfire have gone all the way down towards 20th guaranteed, and Cenote Caves. That's definitely one fight we've got, I'd say, on the radar.
Let's go that way.
Can't help but think for Buriram United as well, how is this going to translate to potentially Stormpoint going into the next lobby later today? They cannot be losing basically a whole bunch of points on just one map and gaining points on the other and expect that to be enough to be in contention of, you know, a top 4 position. So a bit of work to do. And we'll have to definitely sort things out in that last game coming up after this on Stormpoint. One being match number 5. Command Sender, a big factor here, big POI inside of this first green circle. Cascade Falls as well. Golden Sage dead center point at the moment. So Clan in and around that area, and Chicken Sandwich at Command Center at the moment, Genome. They have some work to do. 8th place coming into match number 5. They're a team that, you know, we expect so much for. 2 matches to play for. Definitely still a large possibility of finishing around the top 5, and that's probably all they need.
Yeah, so they're just going to stick within the command center to try and make that happen, to try and boost them up those standings that they've struggled with so far today. It'll be interesting to see how many teams join them within there. You know, you're not going to get any finishes within command center. It is going to pull away from there, and it feels like I feel like this is more likely to go towards the sort of Cascade Falls side, but honestly, there's a lot of mountains in this 3rd zone, Xenox, which means it is kind of hard to say where it is going to go. But you know, just for posterity, I'm going to say it's going to head out west, and we'll see if we can get the clean sweep on the crystal ball today.
5 from 5, we'll see. It's been put up now. West, he says. Cascade Falls, he says. We'll see if it's right. Just a little bit of time until that will be the case. 90 seconds until round 1 ring will close. E4 kind of been in the spotlight a little bit today, but not for always the right reasons. Protect cracked, will pop back up to full armor. Oh. Good shots from Tapstripe, landing good precision.
Very nice there. T4. Around the grounds, we've got Popcorn coming up from Jurassic Park, of course. That was the team that T4 was taking those pot shots at, so they just managed to get out with their lives. And they'll be back up into the next circle. Not sure which survey beacon they went for. Of course, they don't have a crypto. And they didn't get the beacon spawn this time in Jurassic Park, so it could have been Antenna, it could have been the one sort of at the bottom of the Stormcatcher hill. Either way, they did manage to grab that info before coming back up into the circle, but that means they'll probably be, you know, the, 10th, 12th sort of team to take up their position and won't necessarily grab a god spot on the rotate there. ADL Wolves, they're sitting in the top of Command Center after coming down from High Point. They'll be looking to hold out D and Z, who are going to be pushing in there soon. They're going to have that information here as well. You can see the crypto drone parking above the door. Very hard to see as you push in. Easy EMPs, easy information.
One thing I want to sort of just bring up here is a little bit of a story factor for Dreamfire. You know, and they've been obviously in quite a few positions today where they've actually got center position. Well, the way that they're playing this game is going to be edge. They're coming in late. They're only just making their way out of the zone now. And I actually think that might be a big benefit for them, because last week that's where they had their most successful games, coming in late, pushing into teams, winning fights, then taking position from it. So they get to backtrack a little bit from the last game where, you know, they were one of the teams that was in a good position on that Southern Island barometer. Now they're playing probably a style that they have found a little bit more success in over the last week or so. As we head into the second round now, we can get a little bit more information as to sort of where this circle is heading. It has gone slightly west. We count that, Jinem. That's 5 from 5. It's not quite fully onto Cascade Falls, though.
No, I mean, yeah, like the chance of it going out that far was, you know, probably less so. But yeah, look, I'm going to take it. If it's going west at all, honestly, these the circles in the middle of the map, very, very hard to pinpoint here. So you wouldn't be ashamed at all for any of these teams to sort of make a different call and commit to that. Just like ADL committed to that fight. As we said, you know, DNZ had to push through that door, and with the information they had from that well-placed crypto drone, that was always going to be a tough fight from them. Multiple angles they had to set up, the EMP to push through, as well as playing, you know, at a deficit in information. So ADL have set themselves up well there. And, you know, maybe next they can think about trying to push through Chicken Sandwich, who is still sitting down the bottom of Command Center in the larger area.
Just their second team fight win for all of today for the ADL Wolves, Gino. The one that they had earlier was actually against, I believe it was Chicken Sandwich that they wiped out in one of our earlier games. That was the only other fight that they've actually won. They only had 3 kills, and those being on Chicken Sandwich coming into this match. So a big team fight win for them. Getting all of the points, all of the kills that they can possibly muster up. Although I think it still might be even then left a little bit too late. That position for this circle, Boogie Borders, they've got themselves set up with the Watson fences already. I like this spot on the edge of the cliff. They don't have to necessarily worry too much about teams sort of above them. They can control a little bit of this sort of waterfall area. We'll see if anyone can potentially push onto them.
Yeah, you've got that zip line. You can kind of go to above. I'd say if it ends up where Boogie Borders are, you know, we can probably count it for me. If it goes towards Golden Sage at the top of the ski lift, you know, maybe not. So we'll keep an eye on that one. But Boogie Borders, certainly teams have won games on Storm Point from this position above Cascade Falls earlier in this split so far. It's a very strong position, as you say. And of course, those guys do have Shady on the Watson to help them out, to help them control the zip lines that are important in those areas. Dreamfire, you can see they've now made their way into the circle. Who's going to be the next target? Is it T4 to their east? Is it going to be Good Riddance to their north? Certainly someone, I'd say, will be coming up against the triple ultimate kind of cluster that they will throw at you every time they initiate one of these fights.
Britain's second place in the last match. Really well-performed team in that Southern Island finish. Dreamfire is a different kind of prospect. They have been scattered out as well, by the way. Drone from Pete has been able to get intel onto Good Riddance's position. I don't know if they'll push over to T4 side. Although, in saying that, I feel like they push onto Good Riddance. They could be pushing into a kind of choke point that could see them get third-partied from a team like T4, for example, if they then wrap in behind Dreamfire. So if you do push into Good Riddance, got to be quick. got to make it a quick fight and clean. This is over towards the northwestern side. Free Agents versus Ant Esports. Looking already red armor, double purple as well for Bigsy and Lahim, and double purple and blue for Kentong. So drones go out as well.
So Free Agents take that first blow there onto Ant Esports. They're just trying to get these shield cells off to remedy the situation, but they're getting pushed so fast, and you can see coming in there, the car going to be better than the Eva. Free Agents trying to get some damage done through the smokes. The GG threats will help. Thermite grenades go out.
Wow, only Balkan left. Unfortunately, two of his teammates have already fallen. Bigsy completely finished off as well. Balkan cracked. He's just left half health. Has to just run. Has a bat, but he can't pop it off in time. Kentong will get rid of them. Free Agents are gone. 18th place. That's a big early finish for them when they're having an alright day today. 5th place coming into this game of match 5. They basically get nothing from it, and that'll see them drop down the standings, you would think. But Ant cannot celebrate for long. Immediately north side pushing in, but good news for Ant. They've already got at least full armor. Bad news is that north side right on top of them really quickly.
They are, and they go for the EMP, but Nuku actually popped that from quite some ways away, so it's going to take him a little while to get back into the fight. Ant have delayed for long enough, and it does look like Northside now with all 3 members will try and push in. Nuku, as soon as he gets there, just gets absolutely beamed and will be looking for the reset. Do Ant want to push this? No, they're actually holding off for the moment. Going to keep playing this one slowly. Of course, they don't have their ultimates up. They would have had to use them in the last fight just to try and survive.
This all happening with the zone going to be, of course, moving in. About 50 seconds time. This kind of has to wrap up sooner rather than later. Nuku, not Kentong getting that one. Ant looking in a really good position now. Holiday's been cracked, but they're getting the job well and truly finished really quickly there. That was clean. As soon as they pushed down north side, just fell by the wayside. Now over to GQ though. Another Eva 8 being pulled out here by Big Boss DD, and he gets the knock on a Holiday. Unfortunately, 3 might be just too many for Ant Esports to deal with. They dealt with the first 2 teams. The GQ push in. Team number 3, challenger number 3, and they will be the victors.
Straight out of the zone, GQ were overcrafting at the wall. They come in and convert that immediately into some kills on Ant Esports. We did see player K pick up one of the kills there, just sniping away with these 30-30 from further on up in the hill. And they still don't really need to move out of command center. They still do have some space that they can go around from the north side here. You can see Kentong thinking about trying to go in and get some of those banners, but I'd say that's a pretty hard proposition, GQ. They don't have the Seer, actually. They're playing again. They're rocking the Gibraltar here on Storm Point. I think we've seen them this from them before. And as a result, they don't necessarily have the heartbeat sensor. That makes it a little bit harder to, get in there and, work out where those rats are coming from.
Guaranteed not quite able to have a massive day today. Again, it's been rather quiet. Large rifle shot from Leaf. Find themselves at least in a position where they're going to be able to make something from this game. Fight one way or the other. Whether they win or lose it. Got themselves into a good spot. Good riddance just behind them though, by the way. Raki. Oh, he's gone. Name was Shady as well. Boogie Borders, I think, are on the edge of being eliminated, and they certainly are.
Oh, man.
At the same time as Popcorn as well. We were just about to have a listen in with them, and it's probably good that we did it because they've just gone out immediately.
Yeah, I don't know if ADL will survive for much longer either. Xenox, I mean, Heck had about 10 health left when he finished that fight. Goes to the armor swap, and that's about all they've got now. They're trying to get the reses off and get back into this. Meanwhile, up the top here, GQ going up against Chicken Sandwich. They were biding their time on the top of this hill, and they are closing in. The net is constricting around GQ as they try and make their way out, retreating at some pace here. Can Chicken Sandwich get this fight and get the kills?
They need it. 8th place at the moment, coming into match 5. A little bit stagnant, a little bit quiet today. Not quite at the best that we've seen them in this split. The best that we've seen them this split, really, the last time, that was back in day 3 when they picked up the 25 points. Since then, 16 points has all they've been able to accomplish in their respective lobbies. Probably again on track for that. So it has meant that they've kind of been better at the start of this split and tapered off a little bit as it has continued on the flip. You know, you look at teams like Moist, Daiwa, EXO, Dreamfire, all improving really as the split has progressed. Dreamfire, though, obviously not quite able to retain that top place position.
Okay, so the fight's starting up again here between GQ and Chicken Sandwich. They both took time to reset here, but GQ now on the low ground. Looks like Chicken Sandwich do have the drop on them. Strafing plane's gone down, but with 2 up, I think Chicken Sandwich are gonna get this one. They clear out the north side, and they have to deal, though, with just Killer Pose. Why is he split on the other side of the mountain from his team?
He's got Kentang. He's got Kentang from Ant Esports as well. It's a bit of a bizarre one, but there's still technically 2 players that Chicken Sandwich have to deal with. As Ant, though, there goes Kentang. Player can't. Player K will able to push through. Hannah, low. Player K, low. Killer Pose gets one, and he has one more to deal with. He had a bit of help from Kentang. Dexter's made his way over, and it's only Panna that's left now for Chicken Sandwich.
What a bizarre situation. So Ziki goes down. Dexter uses the Skyward Dive to rejoin Killer Pose. Obviously, they had some miscommunication about which side of the mountain they needed to rotate through as that zone closed. He combines with another solo to grief Chicken Sandwich, who are now down to the 1 player of their own. Panna, who will get finally finished off by the 2 remaining EXO players. What a weird situation. What a crazy final circle here. We do end up in Cascade Falls, right on the falls themselves. It's going to be ADL Wolves with that reset, who have managed to not only just take that position away from Boogie Boarders, who were just going to be kicking themselves that they couldn't hold that out against the Bulk team flying in, but you've also got a duo of Dugu Play down the bottom, and then RTL is the other trio left alive in this.
Yeah, an opportunity for a couple of teams towards the bottom in Dugu Play and ADL Wolves to capitalize in this particular match. 7 kills for ADL Wolves, 5 of them to Heck alone on an individual level. That's obviously going to help them quite significantly. A couple of kills as well for Dugu Play. For RTL, 7th coming into this game. You've got 3 kills, you've made top 4. They can then continue their climb into the top 6. I would imagine actually when it's all said and done, they might actually be in the top 5. Remember, free agents went out early. PK didn't really see much from them. So this has actually put RTL in a really good position to capitalize on overall points going into match 6.
And that's
don't
important.
even need much more from this one either.
That's really important, Xenox, because RTL are on the bubble. They were 22nd coming into today, and they need the point to not only save them from relegation, but potentially even give them the chance to, you know, upgrade the prize money, go up to the 1,000 points that the top 20 teams get, $1,000, I should say, that the top 20 teams get, and then further, you know, give themselves a chance to win in match point.
Of course, Group C, they will play again as well, and I think that's always why when you kind of look at their standings coming into today, you kind of put an asterisk to those Group C teams. You're still going to go and get the points, even if you've got the extra games. Draga, double knockdown onto Busu Say, and Moonlight Tears, utilizing that high ground perfectly. And it's only iKill Noob, only Noob, that is remaining. Full health, red armor. Probably can maybe go for this revive onto Busu Say, but running out of space to do so. ADL Wolves potentially turning their attention now over towards ExoClan and RTL over to the northwestern side. They will engage, they will fight.
Dexter trying to save himself. EMP, Arcstar comes out. He's having a pretty tough time of it. He's actually going to go directly underneath where ADL are here, but he will get caught out. That's going to be Drauga. He's a Melbourne boy himself there, coming down and taking out the Thai squad here, who have been just so good today. So they'll go out in 4th after that unfortunate miscommunication and split up there that they had in Command Center to make it to this final circle. And now it really seems all on ADL. They've got another 18 seconds here to make some of this happen. Dugu Play have managed to get the Busu Say back up at least. Moonlight Tears unfortunately won't join them. But they will be dealing with RTL down the bottom, while ADL, again, just have that little bit of time to make this high ground work for them before they get pushed off.
I was going to say, their ramp, though, has pushed them away from the sightlines of ADL, but straight into the sightlines of RTL. So they have been spotted. trying to basically hug these cliff area. RTL only have Limo and red armor, whereas for ADL, all triple red, all full health, high ground position. Surely the ADL Wolves will come away with the win from this game. It's really on them to get this win, and we'll hear what they're sort of saying as we'll get a listen in with ADL.
One scan, burning one.
No, I'm not. EMP, yes or no?
No. Oh, 95%.
Alright, wait for these to heal up. They've gone too early.
Break their drone. Above us.
Yeah, you guys just right. 98.
How long?
99. Oh,
Go
my
get
drone,
him.
it got bugged.
Go get him, EMP, and then we slide down to
It's bugged, it's going across the other side of the map.
Can you do it?
No, it's just gone off the other side of the map.
Right,
We
just
can't.
drop, you have to drop and fight. Get to the heady.
One wide right.
One hard right.
Sears low, 150 on Sear.
Crypto cracked as well.
Swinging right
Nice.
with you.
You're dead. Good shit.
Nice work.
There we go.
Wow, what a victory for the ADL Wolves. It was probably not as clean in the end as they would have liked. Some issues going on, but they've been able to make the best of that situation, Juno, and get the win. And it was kind of close. All three flash at the end. All three running low on health, but they kept their composure.